y'all, welcome back to the channel. How is everybody doing today? Happy Sunday. Today I'm pulling up to help y'all transition that natural hair stash. Friday I told you guys that I was going to be bringing you this video because it's about time that we start talking about our spring products. I love to do videos like these because they keep me on track with what I need to be using to make sure that I'm actually using up my products. But you guys also find these helpful because it helps you kind of figure out what might work better depending on what season you're in, So I live in the South, and it gets a little hot, a little sticky, a little icky out here. So I definitely end up having to adjust what products I use, from my wash day products all the way down to my stylers and leave-in conditioners, because the humidity is no joke. Not only do I have a beautiful stack of products here, natural hair products to share with you guys, but I have some others too, because y'all know we don't just talk about hair. We never have just talked about hair. So I'm going to make sure that y'all don't just have your hair looking right, but the face going to be looking right and you're going to be smelling good, right? So if you're interested in transitioning your stash to spring, then just keep on watching. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. So the sun is out, the birds are chirping, the pollen is pollinating. It tried to take me out, but it didn't get your girl down. And that's on prednisone. I've been struggling for like the last 2 weeks. It's been bad. The throat has been bad. So we are officially in full spring swing, which means it's time for me to go ahead and start pulling out some different products to treat my hair right. So we're going to start all the way from the cleansing all the way down to our stylers. So let's go ahead and get into our cleansers. You guys know when it comes to spring and summer, a lot of these are going to transition just fine over into summer. Clarifying is really where it's at for me. One, the damn pollen. That damn pollen. But two, because of my hair, because I have finer strands, I am more apt to build up. These are the two that I always go to when it's warm outside. First things first is my lemon and rosemary clarifying shampoo from Nature's Little Secret. I love her. She's phenomenal. She's amazing. Also, happy birthday to Nature's Little Secret. I kind of missed that in my whole hiatus of not being able to talk. You can probably still hear it in my voice a little bit. It was way worse than this, y'all. But I was not able to give Charnay a proper happy birthday to Nature's Little Secret. So happy birthday, Nature's Little Secret. You are 7 years old and still doing the damn thing. This shampoo is phenomenal. If you want something that's going to be clarifying, but also gentle to your strands, this is it. It foams up like a dream. I'm almost finished with her. Has amazing ingredients. Gets the hair really, really clean, but it makes it feel really soft and pliable. Even like just rinsing this out, you can see the curl starting to reform. It's a moment. So beautiful. So if you have not tried this, I highly suggest. Then we also have the Carol's Daughter Wash Day Delight. This one is in the rose water scent. I don't think they sell this version anymore. Carol's Daughter actually sent this one to me a while ago. And I'm just now really getting to use her. It takes forever to get through one of these. It's so good. But they do still sell the original like Aloe Wash Day Delight formula. I love this. This is a micellar shampoo. Love at First Wash water to foam shampoo. And that's exactly what this is. You can see it has that really thin micellar formula. It goes on and it just feels so cooling on the scalp. It lathers like a dream. It's soft. It gets everything out, but it doesn't make my hair feel crunchy or like straw-like. It's just a vibe. It took forever for me to get through my first bottle of this. I'm sure it will take me forever to get through this one as well. But shampoos like this really do come in clutch when I need some serious cleansing, some serious clarifying, but I don't have a lot of time. This rinses very, very easily in comparison to a lot of other clarifiers, which I really, really enjoy. So if you're someone who has a hard time rinsing all of your clarifying shampoos out, test this one out and see how you like it. This just makes my life so much easier. The Wash Day Delight collection for a reason, y'all. Like, she does a great work. So I love this stuff. An ultimate spring and summer staple. Just in general, you need a solid like cleansing capsule, right? And this one really like carried me through spring and summer last year while I was testing this for Affordables Week, and I've already pulled her back out, and I love it so much. That is the moisturizing shampoo and conditioner from For You by Tia. I love these products. They're so good. The fact that I still have a lot of conditioner left. Now, obviously, the rate of use for shampoo to conditioner is like crazy. It always is. But I love these. This shampoo is so gentle. It's soft. Like it feels like running a liquefied baby blanket through your hair while you're cleansing your strands. And it also has great ingredients. This one is formulated with watermelon and Hemi 15, which takes the place of where a silicone would usually be in a more inexpensive formula. It's beautiful. It says it gives shiny, soft, and hydrated hair, and it absolutely does. Makes my strands feel phenomenal. And then you go in with the conditioner. Now, I told you guys, like, the first time that I used this, I was like, I don't know. You got to put her in, let her set for a minute, and when you go back, I mean, the tangles melt away. It is a beautiful formula. It gives shiny, hydrated hair with minimized frizz. Yes, it absolutely does. And this is formulated with hibiscus and Hemi 15. Both of these together are a dream for just a nice cleansing capsule. If you want something that's going to be perfect for weekly use, these two are phenomenal. I enjoy them so much. I've really just been enjoying my For You by Tia products in general. And I really love being able to give you guys more affordable options, especially in the times that we are in. If I can give you guys really solid, affordable options, I'm going to do my best. So we have our shampoos, we have a nice conditioner. Now let's talk about co-wash. So for me, you guys know I am no stranger to co-washing. I have been co-washing and sharing various degrees of cleansers on this channel for years, but especially in the spring and summer months, I do tend to co-wash more. And so I'm really kind of more steadfast on that midweek co-washing around this time because I get so sweaty. And especially with like my PCOS kind of ramping up, I've been getting more night sweats, going outside. I love to hike, things like that. I cannot shampoo my hair multiple times a week, but I can co-wash my hair multiple times a week if need be. The first one that I absolutely love if I really just want like a super gentle cleanse is the Blueberry Co-Wash Conditioner from She Sent It. I'm actually almost out of this baby. I absolutely adore this. It's really lightweight. It's gentle. You get like a really teeny tiny bubbly lather out of it, and it just makes the curls feel refreshed. Now, this is not going to get heavy gels and stuff like that out of your head. So if you have like Wetline, Eco Styler, shit, even like Eco Slay, co-washing is not going to do that for you, babe. What it will likely do is it will kind of just mix up with the products. Some of it might rinse out, but then it will just leave whatever's there on your hair. And then that old wash and go is just going to mix with whatever new products you put on it. And then you're just going to have a mess and you'll likely end up with buildup. This right here is perfect if you're using really lightweight products. I like to use this mostly when I'm using like my She Sent It products, Honey's Handmade, Curl Origin, my things that are really just lighter on the hair. That's when I pull this one out. If I kind of want to up the ante, but I don't want to use a full-on shampoo, the Soultanicals Butter shampoos come in clutch every time. This is the Shea Ayurvedic, and I love her. I actually used her last week, and it made me so happy. It made my hair very happy. These are super rich, creamy, buttery shampoos, and so they're more conditioner than cleanser, but you do get like a light foaming action out of them, and your hair does feel cleaner. This is another one that's really beautiful for midweek wash sessions, after I've been like working out and things start to smell a little funny, or even if I just have like a busted wash and go and I just need to get it out and reset it. This really helps with that. Packed with Ayurvedic ingredients. It's moisturizing. It gets a nice little gentle cleanse in there as well. This does not replace regular shampoos for me. I just want to be clear in case you're new here. I do not replace regular shampooing with co-washing, especially if you are a wash and go girly. If you're a wash and go girly, you cannot get away with doing your wash and goes and not washing your hair because it's going to be a product buildup mess. So make sure that you are still implementing a solid shampoo routine. But these are really, really great if you're someone who finds the need to co-wash in between. With things heating up, especially if you're someone who has strands like mine that really do play a lot with the environment, okay? So even though my curls are curly, I can walk outside into the humidity and it will literally like make my hair like straight. My hair reacts very violently to this type of weather, and it's always been like that, whether I was relaxed, whether I'm, you know, fully natural, it doesn't matter. My hair has always been like that. And so that's where having that extra dose of protein really is important for me, and where I really do focus a lot of my more protein rich deep conditioners in the summer. If I don't, I will get so much breakage from the excessive moisture that's in my hair. So I try to make sure that I'm keeping my strands strong, but I also don't want them to be so strong that I cause an opposite problem. The first thing that I always like to have in my routine is my Apogee Curlific Texture Treatment that was recently emptied in my last empties. So I do need to get another one. I have been craving her. My curls have been needing her. A good texture treatment is just essential. If you are noticing that you're not, like, the elasticity is just kind of questionable, try that texture treatment. It's amazing. Also, the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair. I feel like those two are kind of like hand in hand. One is on the more like natural, pricier side, but she's worth every penny. Don't get me wrong. Apogee is going to give you a little bit heavier dose of that silicone, all of that, where Briogeo is silicone free. But the Don't Despair Repair is also really, really great if you want something that's going to give you a lot of strength, but it's also going to maintain the integrity of your hair in a softening way. It still makes my hair feel soft, but it keeps the strength intact. Those are both two deep conditioners that I'm going to be repurchasing soon and reintroducing to my collection so I can have them for the summertime. But I also have a recent addition to my collection. She was just recently in review. This is the treatment mask from Pattern. And this is a gel formula, which I absolutely adored using. This applied to the hair just deliciously. It makes the curls pop. It adds an extra boost of strength. So this is really powered by rice water and like rice water ferments and things like that. So it's created to give your hair an extra boost of strength, a luxurious treatment with powerful performance. This mask delivers slip, curl elongation, and definition to coils, formulated with rice water ferment and moringa seed extract in a nod to ancestral at-home remedies. Your hair will be left hydrated, silky, and pampered, and it does. Like, it makes your hair feel really strong, but it still feels like very silkified. It also gives your hair a really beautiful shine, and it enhances the curl pattern. And this does suggest that you apply it, let it sit for 10 minutes, rinse out, and then use one of their conditioners after. So this is more so of a protein treatment, but I like this because it's not like those liquefied protein treatments that literally make your hair feel like straw. This to me is way more practical for my hair type, and one that I would more aptly suggest to people than something like that the Apogee 2-step treatment. That's not something that I would just recommend to everyday folk. But this one right here, yes. This one right here, absolutely. Highly recommend. I used to always talk about the Camille Rose Nangai and Tsubaki treatment from their Around the World collection, but I don't believe they sell that anymore, or if they do, it's not like readily available anymore. So I had to kind of switch things up. Now let's go ahead and move on to leave-in conditioner. So you guys know, like, I don't really switch up my leave-ins too much. More than likely, I'm using more of the same things, with the exception of like my super duper thick leave-in. So in the wintertime, I'm using like my Adjoa Beauty Bailment leave-in, or the leave-in from the Blue Tansy collection. I'm also using my Carol's Daughter Goddess Strength. Leave-ins like that are really thick and kind of almost occlusive to the hair to really kind of lock things in. For me, going into the spring and summer months is really when I pull out my lighter weight leave-ins from She Sent It, because those play so well with the heat and humidity for me. But I also really focus in on curl primers and my leave-in sprays. Let's talk about my leave-in sprays first. I have an entire video on my lightweight leave-in sprays. So if you would like to check that out for a full list of recommendations, you can. She's pretty recent. I did share this one in that video. This is the Uncle Funky's Daughter Midnight Train Leave-In Conditioner. This is actually in my hair now. This is a refreshed wash and go with my Sultanicals Frizz Wiz and Sprung Coil Boosting Jelly. So I just refreshed with this and then light amounts of that Frizz Wiz leave-in conditioner. This right here is phenomenal to set. Like if you just want to use this underneath the gel, if you don't feel like you need a lot of additional moisture. Sometimes adding thicker products onto your hair in the summer can have opposite effects of what you want. And it smells like candy. So this is great as a base, or sometimes I'll put this down first, then put a creamier leave-in on top, and then finish off with the gel. This is also really, really great for refreshing. So any pieces that are looking kind of wonky and I need to refresh, this has a little bit of tack to it. So it does bring a little bit of hold back to the hair. And it's also really, really great to soften the hair before you put on whatever your other refresher is going to be when you're doing your refreshing technique. I'm working on filming my refreshing video now, so just know that will be coming soon. I love a good spray leave-in. I have so many in my collection that I use and I just fall over for. This one is, yeah, I'm working on her. But I love this. It's so good. So I always recommend spring, summer comes around. Yes, keep your good high, moisturizing leave-ins, but also make sure you have some lighter options, especially for those of you who really like to lean into a lot of volume and softness in the summertime. If you really like to let your hair fly free in the spring, like I do, then definitely check this out. Curl primers. You guys know I always have a good solid curl primer in my collection. These are so important because they allow me to use products that I may not be able to use regularly otherwise. Curl primers are a really awesome first step in your routine. If you're someone like me who has finer strands and maybe needs the hold of a stronghold gel, but you need to be able to get volume. A lot of stronghold gels for me, a lot of them are just flaky messes. But that's not even my biggest issue for me. Flakes are not that big of an issue for me. For me, it's the volume. A lot of the stronghold gels on the market give me helmet hair. Like I look like Rufus from Kim Possible when I use those stronghold gels. Like they work and the hold is great, but I look like a wet kitten. I don't want to do that. And so when I start off my styling process with something like Reflex from Trey Luxe, which is a curl styling serum / primer, what it does is, one, it allows me to use less gel, and two, this manipulates the gel in a way that it maintains the hold of the gel while also adding increased flexibility and a lot of volume, which my hair does need if I'm going to use products like that. I do still need strong gels. I think people just assume that because you like certain products that you just don't use other products, and I've never said that, like, ever. I know how products work for my hair, and I know what I need to do to be able to use products that I need that may not always give me favorable results in certain aspects. And I still want my hair to be able to move with my stronghold gels. Stuff like this comes in handy, like hardcore handy. So I always have one in my collection. You guys know I've been using the Edam Body Works almond marshmallow for years, but that's been discontinued. So this has kind of been my go-to. And I also have, there's another one from Sultanicals. The name is, I'll have it right here, but I know it's made with blue malva. That one is a really great curl primer too. If you're looking for something that, maybe from a brand that you might shop a little bit more, but having a good curl primer in my collection is essential, especially when I need to break out my stronghold gels. Like, it's family reunion season, y'all. Like, I gotta have the curls in formation. And oftentimes with solid prep and with how many of these are formulated, I really don't need to add a bunch more moisturizing products underneath either. So love me a curl primer. Get you one. Just get you one and try. Even if you're not someone who gets the helmet hair problem, even if you just feel like you need to increase the flexibility in your products and you struggle with your gels flaking, put something on like this first and see how little of your stronghold gel you use, and see the difference. Like, it makes such a difference. Now let's go ahead and move on to styling. First, we're going to talk about foams because those have been like a fixation for me recently. I keep 2 types of styling foams or mousses around in my collection, and that's foams to set and foams to refresh, right? So right now, like, this is my current rotation. This one is almost empty. You guys already know I love Mousse Def. Mousse Def is beloved for a reason. It's like that perfect medium hold. You get really fluffy, beautiful results. I love using this with 808, but I can use this on its own. And in the summertime, a lot of times I will just use this on its own, and because I don't really need the help of the 808 when it really gets hot outside. Especially spring and summer, it's just a different thing out here. If you live in the South, you know. So if you haven't tried Mousse Def, definitely check her out. I also am loving, you guys recently saw this review, my Pattern Curl Mousse. Obsessed. So good. The fact that this got me through like multiple rainy days and still refreshed beautifully. Yeah, I'm sold. I have been using her a lot, already having a good time. The girlies were right. The girlies were right. It gives so much moisture. Like, my hair was moisturized, and that just really, really shocked me. Like, I've gotten used to that with the Dew, right? Like, I expect that from the Dew, but I don't really expect it from other brands. This one right here, noticeable. My hair didn't feel like it was gonna fly away. It was like that perfect mixture of like definition, but also like a little bit of curly chaos, you know? And I absolutely adore this product. And it also refreshed beautifully. So I can do both with this one. I can't really refresh with the Mousse Def. It gets too sticky, but I can refresh with this one. And if you want a cheaper alternative, the As I Am styling mousse with rosemary oil, biotin, phytosterols, copper peptides is amazing. This one has really, really great moisture as well. I don't use it as often simply because of the smell. The smell clashes with so many of like the scents that I wear and things like that. But like, she's good. She gives really beautiful moisture, really beautiful shine every single time. Really great mousse if you want something that's going to be on the less expensive side. This is even cheaper than Mousse Def. So I think this will run you like $8.99 to $9.99 at most stores, wherever As I Am is sold. So I really enjoy this. She is a solid option. When I want to refresh my She Scented mousses, that's where they shine. So this is the one that I currently have in rotation. This is the Tropical Fruit Sangria Curl Enhancing Mousse. I especially love to pull out mousses to refresh in the summer, simply because sometimes refreshing with like a leave-in or a moisturizer can sometimes get a little too greasy. And it's not really a problem for how my hair feels, but it's a problem for my skin. Yeah. My oily girlies, I know you know what I mean. Using something like this kind of prevents that from happening, and I don't have like that oil drip down, whatever. This right here, it's not my favorite for setting my hair, but for a good refresh, y'all, it will have you looking like you have a whole new hairstyle. It's amazing. This also just smells really beautiful. I really love the She Scented Mousse formula because they're really lightweight. And they're very foamy. They apply beautifully and they leave your hair super duper shiny. But this for me is perfect for refreshing. So if you're really trying to work on your refreshing game, like I said, I have a full video on that coming soon. Having a really nice lightweight mousse is a good place to start, especially if you struggle with reinforcing hold. Having a nice mousse is really going to help. And you want to make sure that it's lightweight because you don't want your hair to be sticky. I can't refresh with Mousse Def because it leaves my hair sticky when I refresh, but I can refresh with this because it doesn't leave any like tack or residue on the hair. So highly recommend for those spring days where you just, you ain't ready to wash it. You trying to hold on just a little bit longer. Yep. And then gels. We got to talk about gels, y'all. I have several here, all different price points. So we have options here, right? So first things first, for me, I do tend to keep a lot of my favorite gels like in that wintertime category, specifically Camille Rose Curl Maker. Those of you who have hair that is very reactive to weather changes, especially humidity, you know You kind of got to keep Camille Rose in the wintertime. For me, I got to kind of keep her there. But every now and then I still pull her out when it warms up. But I'm usually going to use something that's like her that doesn't play as much with the environment. So usually that's when my Uncle Funky's is going to come out to play. It's time for me to use this baby up. So I'm going to be working on her this summer. But usually I make the switch from my Camille Rose Curl Maker to my Curly Magic. And this one gets me right in the spring and summer months. She just does what she needs to do. This is still like that perfect medium hold, but it doesn't play as much with the environment for me. And so I can get a full week of a wash and go with this. Whereas with my Camille Rose, my hair would probably be sticky on day 2 simply because of how it plays with all those external factors. So this one is the one that I usually switch to in the spring months, as well as Kinky Curly. Kinky Curly is another one that's going to give you like that stronger hold. I love her. And she reactivates. So if you really enjoy Kinky Curly, you know that you can reactivate that product, just like re-wet it, really work everything through, reactivate it, and it's like you have a brand new wash and go. Like, she's magical. So I am going to be getting another jar of her for the spring and summer months because I have missed it in my stash. But that is another one to go to if you struggle with using Camille Rose in the spring months. This should come as no surprise to you guys. My Texture ID Curl Styling Custard softly defines and controls curls with murumuru butter, rose water, and vitamin E. I have been plugging this product forever. It is the closest thing at a drugstore price that I have found. I still, the ORS, I love it, but it's still not quite that one for me. But this one for me does it. Here fits the bill for me. The fact that I have not used this up yet, like you hardly need any of this product. So if you're someone who finds yourself just like using the entire jar, I can already tell you like that's not going to work for you. You probably need to move on to something that maybe grips the hair a little bit better for you. This one right here, love her. She's affordable. She's a masterpiece. Gives me beautiful, shiny, defined curls. The closest thing that I have gotten to at this price point. I do still love the Curl Creator though. She's been kind of hard to find lately though. That's the only reason I don't have it in this video. Me and my mom have used up our Curl Creator and I can't get more. So I think I'm gonna have to go on to like the ORS website and buy it. I haven't seen it at any of my Walmarts. And even when I was in Target, I know when you're supposed to be at. Y'all do what y'all want to do, okay? But the last time I was there, before we were doing the boycotts and stuff, it wasn't there and it wasn't on the website, so I don't know. Some of these drugstore brands be real finicky about products. But this one is always consistent. Like Texture ID has had it. It has been available since it was released. So at least I know I can always get it. I love this one, but I do still suggest the Curl Creator if you want something that's going to be that slippery, custardy feel. If you guys are still looking for some other alternatives to like stronger hold gels, you want something that's going to give you more of that flexible medium hold. The first one that I suggest, I don't know where I put it, is the Curl Mix Hydro Flexi Styling Jelly. You guys know I've been talking about that forever. It's one of my favorite products to use once the humidity starts coming out. I use that in conjunction with the Weightless Air Dry Cream from the same collection, and it keeps my hair just beautiful. It holds it. It is like a flexi jelly, so it moves, but you still get like really beautiful volume, and it lasts for days, and it's almost humidity resistant. Like, as far as humidity, that keeps my hair so intact in the warmer months, especially going into like those really balmy spring days. That one is phenomenal, but also I told you guys this was going into the spring rotation. Pop Lock from The Dew is stunning. If you have not gone to watch that video, I don't know what to tell you. She's been up for a minute. This is really beautiful if you want a fluffy option. This is really great if you want something that's kind of going to give you what it would feel like if you mixed Mousse Def with 808 base gel, but took away those like humidity gripping properties of 808, right? This right here gave me so much fluff. It gave me so much volume, and it lasted. It says 5-day curl forming glaze, and I got a full 5 days out of it, that's for sure. It is a beautiful product. It says long lasting hold and definition for all types and textures. I don't see this being for everybody, but if you're somebody who really goes for that additional volume while also maintaining like really pretty definition, additional shine, all of that, it's really, really good. And I just use this one product. This is a one product wash and go for me. I don't need to add anything else. But they do have like a lightweight leave-in from this collection if you feel like that's something that you want to add to the routine. This is beautiful. It has great ingredients. It glides through the hair perfectly. It's just a really beautiful base defining product. So I highly recommend if you want something that's going to give you like the curl definition of like a Uncle Funky's or Camille Rose, but extra fluffified. That's what she gives. And then we need some gels. Okay, we need some gels. And I have pretty much every, you know, tier you can hit. So these are all more so like traditional gels. The first one I want to talk about is the Light Hold Gel from Rizo's Curls. Do not let her fool you. She doesn't feel like, this does not feel like the Hydra Flexi Style Jelly from Curlsmith. It doesn't feel like Pop Lock. It doesn't feel like any of the other lightweight gels I have in my collection. Even the texture of it on its own, it still gives very much gel. Like it does not glide through like a jelly. So this is great for wash and goes for me if I still want like the crunch of a gel, but I don't want it to be super hard holding like an Eco Slay. This one goes in and does really, really great work for me. It adds beautiful shine, gorgeous definition, but it's just not super duper crunchy. But she gives more hold than you expect. Like if you go overboard with this, I think it will surprise you of how much work that it does. Really great ingredients. This is a carbomer based gel, so it does have a really nice holding base, but it also has like hops, thyme, rice bran, nettle. So those ingredients that are really more so like slippery agents are not really high at the top of the list. And I think that's why this feels so different from those other products. This really like, it's all in the carbomer for me. You can tell it's a carbomer based gel, but I really enjoy that about this product. Gives really beautiful shine and definition. It says it seals in moisture while offering flexible, flake-free hold and definition, and that's exactly what it does. You can use this with their curl defining cream, but I have so many different products in my collection that work really, really well from this, and I've had a wonderful time using this with other products. I love using this with the Adwoa Beauty Melonberry Hair Milk. Gorgeous. We're getting into like the stronger holds. This one isn't quite the strongest hold that I have here, but she does really, really great work. The Okra Curl Defining Gel from Nature's Little Secret. I think this recently came back in stock. Y'all, so good. If you want a stronger hold gel that is going to give you like that weighty feel, and when I say weighty, I mean in the way that you can feel that water in your hair, this is one that's going to do that for you. If you really like to have additional weight to your hair, I highly recommend. Now, this one does give me flatter hair, but it does get really voluminous over the days, especially if, like, it's dependent on what I pair it with. If I pair this with the banana leave-in, then I have a fluffier wash and go. If I pair this with the papaya leave-in, then it is a little bit more compacted. I love this. Like, it's just, yeah, like it's just, it's sticky and beautiful and perfect. The slip is beautiful. It gives really shiny results. If you're someone who likes to have that clumpage factor, this is also going to do that. It says that this gel will leave your curls bouncy and defined while providing lasting hold, and I find that that is absolutely true. You can use this with the banana leave-in or their avocado moisture cream, and this also does work with their papaya leave-in as well. So you have multiple options for moisture when it comes to using this product within their collection. The ingredients are beautiful: marshmallow root, avocado, sesame. This does have some carbomer in it as well. It's just a great product. I love to use this to like slick my hair back or put my hair back in puffs, but she's also a beautiful wash and go product. So definitely get into her, get your hands on her, because this is one of like, my favorite gels. And even though I do really miss the flaxseed curly custard, this is still doing a beautiful job for my wash and goes. If we want to talk about hold, these are the two that you need, okay? First off, you already know B-Girl. This is their honey curl custard, but let's be real, she has the holding power of like super duper strong hold gel, right? I do have a video for this product up on the channel. I love the texture of this. It's super duper smooth. I think I've said this before, but this is the closest that I have found to the main choice gels in terms of like consistency. It doesn't play the same, but the consistency is very reminiscent of that. If you took like one of the main choice gels and kind of blended it up with some Uncle Funky's Daughter, like I feel like that's kind of what you would get. But the hold on this is crazy. Now I can use it by itself as long as I have enough water in my hair, but I also really, really enjoy pairing this with 808. That combination for me is chef's kiss. So I can kind of customize this to what I'm feeling and how the weather is out. If it's like a really rainy week, I'm just going to apply this to my hair and let it do what it do. But if it's not super duper humid outside, I'll put 808 for like an additional boost of moisture and some extra. This gives stunning results. And I mean, it just holds. Like it's one of those products that if you need your hair to stay in place, this is going to do it. And also, I love her. I've revisited this recently and I'm so happy that I did. This is the LA Hold Styling Gel with Strong Hold from Giovanni. This is from their Eco Chic collection. Extreme holding power infused with natural surface enhancers for a brilliant shine. I love this. Now, this does require something with a little bit of extra moisture under it. It's one of those gels that doesn't dry your hair out, but it will feel dry on the hair. It's just the way that it dries, but I don't get flakes. It holds my hair for days when I know that I'm not going to be able to touch my hair and I just need to be able to take it out, shake it, and go. I can, but what I love about this is that it is a very, 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 very strong hold, but she's flexible. And that gets me where I need to go every time. Y'all know me and flexibility like this. She's flexible. And she gets the job done. It says secure shape with extreme hold. Surface enhancers provide a brilliant shine. And it controls frizz with authority. Yes, yes, and yes. This has been a product that I have used for a very long time. Recently reintroduced back into my collection. Highly recommend. It has a really nice, like, clean scent to it. Really great if you're someone who likes to do wash and goes and you need something that has a max hold, or if you just need something that you can easily travel with to slick your hair back, things like that. This is a really easy addition to put into your spring travel case as well. Love this. And you can find it in a lot of places for a great price. I got mine at Marshall's for like $5. You can find these on Amazon. Just make sure you don't pay too much money for them because sometimes they be playing with them prices. I don't ever pay more than like $6 for this. So you can usually find these in many places for a good price. The hair. Let's move on to some makeup and some body and some fragrance, okay? I'm not going to do much in the makeup category, but for me, when I am transitioning to spring, that's when I really pull out my pinks. Y'all know I'm over here just pinked up today, but I really do like to pull out a really pretty pinky lip or a pinky eye. And I do have some recommendations for you guys because y'all are always asking what I have on my lips when I come on and do these videos. Usually I'm wearing more of a toasty nude shade. This is the Saltair Lip Oil Balm in Toasted. And this is like my everyday, like I wear this to work every single day, but they recently came out with this really pretty pinky terracotta shade called Buff, and I adore her. This is really great for just like an easy wear. So these are obviously lip oil balms, but they do give you some really pretty color payoff as well. And I love it. Like I love that it is just like a little bit transparent, but you still get that pretty color. This is like that perfect in between of pink and terracotta for me. And I love this shade on my skin tone. It's so pretty. If you were kind of looking at other shades of the Saltair lip oil balms but didn't know what you wanted to get, check these out. And I also love to add a pinky gloss. I know a lot of us brown girlies get a little nervous about the pinks. If you don't know where to go when it comes to using pink, get a gloss. Apply your regular like lipstick routine, so your dark brown lip liner and your nude lip, and then instead of topping off that combo with a nude gloss, top it off with a pink gloss, and it comes through perfect every time. My two favorites are the Lifter Gloss from Maybelline in the shade Moon. This is a really pretty iridescent pink. And it tops off any combo beautifully, and it gives you that really beautiful pinky bright finish. And I know this one keeps coming back, so I'm going to share it. This is Ruby Milk from Fenty. And this is a really pretty like fuchsia color. Brown girls rock fuchsia so well. And look at that pigment. Like, yeah. This over a nude lip combo goes crazy. Absolutely stunning. And you can just play with like your favorite liner combos and things like that. This would be really pretty with like a burgundy lip liner as well. So gorgeous, so stunning. So I love to add various shades of pink into just my lip wardrobe when it gets warm outside, and all of these three have been perfect. All right, let's get into the bod, because we need to be making sure that we're smelling good. You don't want to be walking around here with your cute hair, curls popping, and you funky. Like, that doesn't make any sense, right? So for me, it's lotion season. Y'all know I don't play about my lotions. Now, first things first, I feel like when it comes to any spring, summer routine, but even just year round, you need a really good unscented body moisturizer. One of my favorites is from Necessaire. I've been recommending that for years, but this right here, amazing. I have a bottle that's open and I don't know where it's at, but this is like my last backup. This is a Great Body Relief. This is a smoothing and reparative body lotion from Crave Beauty, and I am obsessed. I have put so many people onto this, even exes. See, I don't let you come over here getting in my life all dusty and crusty. You need to be moisturized. This is phenomenal. So this is a very thin lotion, but it does such beautiful work at soothing, hydrating, and smoothing the skin. This has 5% tamanu oil, rose hip, ceramides, fermented oil, squalane, and glycerin. It's body care that works as hard for your body as your body works for you. It's a light, pillowy lotion that calms irritation and helps strengthen a damaged skin barrier to restore your skin back to health. So this is one of those products that even though it is lighter weight in texture, you don't need to do a bunch of layering with this. Put this on at most like a lightweight body oil and leave it alone and just let it do its work. This is going to make your skin so smooth, buttery, soft. If you are in your touchable season for spring, I know I am. The girls are trying to get loved up on this year, okay? I'm getting loved up on. This right here is going to get that skin nice and smooth. And as far as like more high-end brands go when it comes to their body lotions, this is not bad at all. And it's usually on sale. You can usually find this on sale. Absolutely love this one from Crave Beauty. If you have not checked it out and you need something that's going to be more so on the corrective side, but you don't want it to be irritating and you don't want it to have fragrance, check this out. I can do like a full video on like my unscented body, like everything from hair, all of that stuff. If you need unscented product recommendations, let me know and I can put that together for you guys. Y'all know there's levels to this, and I love having something that's going to be really, really light and fluffy, especially during the springtime, because I'm a big girl. I got body. Like, I haven't been this skinny in years. I haven't. I don't plan on going back that far. And so products like this are phenomenal for me. This is the Creme Vanille La Mousse from Le Monde Gourmand. So those like little perfumes that you find TJ Maxx and stuff like that, they do have body care. And this is a whipped cream mousse. Like, it comes out like whipped cream. And it is the most satisfying product I think I own. Now that it has been getting really warm outside, I have been using this before I go to work and I love it. It makes my skin really, really soft and it gives me a nice glow, but it doesn't make me greasy and it doesn't make me feel clammy. If you're someone who feels really clammy from lotions and other body care items, you know what I mean. Like, you need to have some options that will kind of make you feel like your skin can breathe. And this is definitely that. I love it. It's super satisfying to use. And it's a really beautiful vanilla scent. It is more so on like that vanilla floral side. So it blends with a lot of different body care. I'm actually wearing it today with one of the fragrances I'm going to talk about. Love this stuff. Perfect to pair if you just need like a solid vanilla in your routine, but also great if you want something that's going to be really lightweight or you have sensory issues. Check her out. And y'all already know. Butter Baby. Butter Baby. Butter Baby makes my favorite lotion formula of all time. I have so many lotions and body products that I talk about on here, but Butter Baby gets it for me every single time. These are just some of the scents that I like to bust out in my spring rotation. First things first, brown sugar and fig. I love it. It is like a sugary sweet fig scent. It's a little clean. It's a little warm. Goes perfectly with all of my favorite fig scents that I like to wear. It's just solid. It's a staple. If you love something that has more of that fig note, or even if you're not sure about fig scents, but you love that brown sugar note that's in Kayali Vanilla 28, I feel like you will adore this. And then we also have Luxe. I have been hyping up this scent forever. This is a super creamy, honeyed clean scent. Luxe is right. So I love wearing this with so many of like my fresh white floral fragrances or anything that is just a little bit more muted and subdued and not loud. This just makes you smell so clean and fresh and pretty. It's a stunning fragrance. And one that I have recently really been loving is Cashmere and Silk. This is kind of like Luxe if you made it powdery. This kind of has like a creamy baby powder thing going on. It's sweet, but it's a little bit powdery. And it has like a touch of warmth to it as well. Like this just makes me think of like really, really clean silk underwear. Like it gives off that vibe. And so wearing this with any of like my really powdery, clean, fresh fragrances is just a vibe. It's really feminine. It's just beautiful. This scent right here was made for the girls that love to wear Johnson & Johnson in high school. Or if you still do that, check this one out because it's more so grown womanified. You don't smell like a baby, but all those different aspects of like those baby scents that we wore, you know, it has that in it and more of like a grown-up feel. The aloe and shea lotions are beautiful because they have this really whipped texture. So they feel really comfortable and cooling on the skin and they don't make you feel clammy throughout the day. So I absolutely adore these. I highly recommend if you need just some really good lotion options, rack up during a Butter Baby sale when she has another one because they're so good. If I'm going to do body butter during this time of year, it's only going to be one of two options for me. It's either going to be something that has a really creamy, pillowy texture or something that is like a balm, okay? First things first, I've talked about these before, these Saltair multi-lipid body butters. These are perfect if you want something thicker to wear out. And I can actually put these on and I don't feel suffocated or clammy. This one is in the saltwater vanilla scent and I have been using the hell out of her. These have such a bouncy texture and it just goes on so smoothly and beautifully on the skin. The saltwater vanilla smells like a light saltwater taffy scent with like the slightest hint of sandalwood. It's yummy, but it's still very much like spring. I have Santal Bloom. This is great for all year round. It is warm enough to be worn in the wintertime, but there's something about the warmth in this that really blossoms in the heat. And I have been using this one up too. I have been rolling through my Santal Bloom products because I love the fragrance. It's just a beautiful warm amber sandalwood. The formula on this is immaculate. It has a ceramide complex that helps maintain moisture levels for healthy looking skin, phospholipids, fatty acids, and phytosterols. I give an ideal ratio of lipids that restore and replenish the skin barrier. And this also has sea buckthorn oil to help nourish your dry skin. This is beautiful. One-stop shop. If you don't want to layer body oil, lotion, all of that, pick these up because they're so pillowy and moisturizing and comforting on the skin. Now, if I'm gonna go thick, I love me some Butter Baby, but I prefer those for nighttime in the summer. If I'm gonna wear something out, I'm going to be using one of my butter balms, because these are basically balms from Melted Skincare. Cashmere Glow is one of my favorite scents for spring. It's kind of like this really beautiful honeyed pear type of scent. It's a little bit of honey, a little bit of pear, a little bit of floral. It just smells so sophisticated, sweet. Love it for the springtime, and it really is like a true balm form. I know everyone is into Canvas Beauty, but Melted Skincare, nobody does it like her. And I also have the acai and coconut if you want something just a little bit more tropical. I mean, look at the texture, y'all. These just melt on the skin. And so they go on like a body balm, and these play so well with just the weather. They don't make me feel clammy. As long as you don't overdo it, they're not going to make you feel super greasy either. And they're going to give you that glow that's stunning for the summertime. Right, last but not least, we got to talk about fragrance. I have 4 fragrances here, but they're all from one fragrance house. Now, I am someone who's very intentional about the scents that I wear during the spring, and I feel like no one gets it like Sorcellery Apothecary, known as Sorce. For those of you who see Sorce around, they're the same company. I have 4 fragrances here. I feel like she just gets springtime right when it comes to scent. And these 4 are just everything for me right now. The first one is a Witch's Valentine. This is in the old packaging. Her packaging has since been updated. I purchased this last year to add to my spring fragrance collection, and this is actually my scent of the day. This is rose, a light rose. There is raspberry and white chocolate in here. This is so pretty. It's fluffy, it's sweet. It's a romantic, dreamy kind of fragrance. Like, this is that girl that just always has on like a cute dress, you know, a really pretty pink lip. There's something very cottagecore about this fragrance, right? And I absolutely adore it. If that sounds like right up your alley, you need to check this out. And that has been put in the permanent collection now. And then I picked up these 3 recently to add to my spring collection. The first one is The Bees Are Flying. They taste like spring. And this, if you are looking for a honey scent, this is the only honey scent you need to add to your collection. I have not found a honey scent that is as mesmerizing as this. The notes on this are Egyptian jasmine, honey extract, pollen, myrrh, iris, mimosa, fresh cream, petrichor, and cedar. Now, I don't pick up a lot of the cedar and the petrichor in this. This is pure honey and cream to me. Like, it's a really beautiful creamed honey scent, but the mimosa and the jasmine kind of come in and brighten this up in a way that almost makes it kind of effervescent and fizzy. This is the most wearable, but still on the nose honey fragrance I have ever found. The only honey fragrance that I really felt like was spot on to me was Bee from Ellis Brooklyn, but that one is more of like a wintertime fragrance. It has almost like a chocolatey essence to it. This is a really bright, beautiful honey scent. And you don't need a lot of this either. It's strong. I can't even really put into words how exceptionally gorgeous this fragrance is. Just try it out, y'all. Just try it out. I mean, even the juice to me says it all. I've already talked about this on the channel for a fragrance of the day. This is Not a Love Spell from Sorce. The notes are blueberry jam, violet, ivy, star anise, and lavender and vanilla. And this is such a beautiful powdery blueberry jam and iris fragrance. I have been wearing this to work every day and I absolutely love it. It is spring in a bottle. It is this beautiful, bright blueberry jam, but with like, think about iris, but if iris was mixed into a meringue. It's so beautiful. You get this little bit of green from the creeping ivy. It's pretty. It smells like a fairy tale to me. And this is really just, it's all of my springtime dreams. Absolutely stunning. Last but not least, I got a little like 30 ml of this, but I need the full bottle of this. This is the Things Unsaid from Sorce. And if you are a clean girl, if you love clean, fresh scents, if you love clean, fresh florals, you need to get into the Things Unsaid. The notes on this are spring rain, pink pepper, saucer magnolia, peony, raspberry, cotton, and cedar. This is so beautiful. It smells like the prettiest rain on a spring day. You get the cotton blossom in here. You get that rain accord. You get the saucer magnolia, which is so beautiful and delicate, and a little bit of a punch from the pink pepper. When this dries down on the skin, you start to get those like cool raspberry notes, but it's not the kind of raspberry that's in a witch's Valentine. It's like a barely there raspberry. It just comes in with like the slightest doop of sweetness. This is so beautiful. One of the most stunning clean fragrances I've ever owned before. I will be doing a full spring perfume tray for you guys, so you will get to hear more about these as well as the other fragrances that are on my perfume tray. But this right here, absolutely mesmerizing. If you're a clean girl, you need her. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I know it was a long one, but hey, the transitioning never stops, right? You guys let me know, what are some of your favorite products to bring into the springtime? I love you guys. Thank you so much for pulling up and spending your time with me, and I will see you in the next video.